Hi everybody, it's Karen here. I've just done a Facebook Live for brides, grooms, couples, families of anyone planning a wedding, helping you with what you can do if your wedding is impacted by the development, the evolving of coronavirus, which is just unprecedented. It's no one could ever have predicted this would happen. Even a couple of months ago, it's just the whole world is stopping and we're trying to plan a wedding during the world stopping. So that was for you guys. If you're tuning in and you're not a wedding vendor, this is not so much for you. This is for my much loved wedding vendors. Now, obviously, at Smashing the Glass, we work with a group of vendors all over the world specifically. They're the Smashing the Glass recommended vendors, they're the vendor family. We love you guys, and I'm going to be diving much, much deeper with them and supporting them fully through this crisis period with coaching and one-to-ones on Zoom to really work with their businesses to see how we can not only stay afloat but even grow during this tough period. So that's to come from my Smashing Vendors, but this is about helping every wedding vendor out there with how to think at the moment, how to be addressing the situation. This is a really rough time for you and your business, I know. But we're all in this. We're all in this together. We're going to get through it together. We're going to come out the other side stronger. And my sort of big tip, my big opening tip is I'm talking to wedding vendors of this live specifically. And sorry if you can hear my kids in the background. It is Saturday, it is the weekend, but I wanted to get talking to you guys right now, right away. The door is closed, but I can hear them. I don't know if you can too. They're with my husband. So I want everyone, if possible, to reframe the situation and start from a point of I'm in control of this to I'm out of control and this is happening to me and I can't believe this is happening to my business and my season is ruined and I just have to wait for this to pass. That's a very reactive, you're reacting to it. I'd love you to be able to come from it a point of thinking, okay, this is happening, it's far from ideal, I could have never imagined it, but let's reframe it. I'm going to reframe it with what can I do to turn things around? Can I pivot anywhere? Can I have some, ideas? I know we're all normally so busy, we never have time to, we have maybe a new business idea, a new income stream, an online income stream perhaps to diversify our income, but we never have time to look at it. Maybe now in the coming months we will. So think, well, great, now I finally have time for that new business idea, or I finally have time to organize all the admin, all the back end stuff that always gets overlooked. I want you to reframe it and think, you know what? Yes, I'm 100% in control. I can do this. I'm going to start something. I'm going to save all my contracts if I can and work with the couples. I'll come to that in a minute. But just on a bigger level of business, instead of thinking, crisis, this is dreadful, I'll never get out of it and I've just got to wait for it to end. No, reframe it by taking control. You are still 100% in control, and it's just about how you look at the situation. Everyone's in it together. Everyone's businesses is impacted, but how are you going to take control rather than just sit there and react and wait for everything to be over and hope and pray it gets back to normal. So couple of hi hello I said hello Michelle, how are you? Good to see you. So what my opening really is to think about it also like this. So I've obviously told you about reframing it, but also I want you to think about this has happened, and you know what? It could happen again. This virus isn't going away. It is here. It is going to go away at some point, but you know what? It may come back and we may not have found a vaccine yet. So what are you going to do to safeguard your business from these kind of periods happening? It's really important not to have all your eggs in one basket, not to have a business that depends entirely on you being somewhere, or entirely on one-to-one or being in contact with someone. So yes, let that be 80% of your business, but have an element of your business that's something else, that's perhaps online. Have any of you thought about taking your business online, any element of it online? Because it's really handy if you do have that idea and fleshing it out, and it can be as simple as not even having the idea, but just creating a small Facebook group to help those people with some of your expertise and just engage with them. And then after a month, 2 months, 3 months, ask them what would help them even more with your area expertise. And then they'll tell you, and then you can create a little course or a membership. Now that's a really, ABC way of looking at it. I've said it in a kind of couple of sentences, but obviously there's steps to take to do that properly. Karen, I'm so frustrated and financially so afraid. I know, that's why I'm here to help. All my Smashing the Glass vendors will get regular coaching inside the Smashing the Glass Facebook group throughout this period. We're going to get you through this period, and I want you, but I need you to be in a place of, oh no, this is awful. I will not have any money coming in and I'll never be able to get through this. Turn it on its head. Sorry? No, I don't have Bunny. It was in the car. I'll study where it was. Okay, close the door. The realities of doing a Facebook Live at the weekend with kids. So where was I? Where was I, guys? I forgot. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is don't have all your eggs in one basket, because this is a lesson to learn. It could happen again. And yeah, I was talking about reframing. So instead of feeling helpless and I can't believe this is happening and just being reactive and waiting for better news, come at it from a point of what can I do to turn things around. And at the very least, guys, this is something you can do right now. At the very least, I want you to focus on content creation, creating content, that thing we never have time to do. Instagram, really good content on social media that engages our audience and talks to them and connects with them. This is a great period to plan content and create content. So that you can do at the very least. As I say, I'm going to dive much, much deeper on all this stuff with my Smashing the Glass recommended vendors, but this is just an overview for everybody. So don't have all your eggs in one basket. And also think about this is a really good time to think about your overheads. None of you should have massive overheads, okay? We need to be able to be lean and light and move in different directions and pivot when we need to. So it's a great time to also think about your overheads, okay? Equally, it's okay to be investing in yourself and, learning and doing. I'm not saying strip back everything you spend on your business, but overheads, yes, think about it. Michelle, I was guilty myself a bit of spiraling this week, but since Friday I've been trying to be more constructive. What do you mean by that, Michelle? Spiraling, oh no, this is terrible, poor me, kind of thing. Exactly. You're allowed a moment of that, and then you've got to resurface and think, hang on a sec, I'm 100% in control. I'm going to think about how I can pivot, how I can use this time to do that thing I've always wanted to do, whether it's write a book or create an online element to my business or create lots of really great content. We're all short of time. So perhaps we're going to have a bit more time to do things that are eventually going to grow our businesses exponentially. So I've talked about not having all your eggs in one basket, not having massive overheads, and also thinking about how you can diversify your income streams to be a business that doesn't just require you to be somewhere in person. I think it's a bit dangerous if your entire business requires you to be somewhere in person. I know he won't mind me saying, I gave one example this morning to Adrian Stone, who is a world-class videographer. I'm very proud to say he's a Smashing the Glass vendor. He's been part of tens of thousands of weddings over the years. He's one of the very best in the business. He's my go-to videographer, of course, like so many of you. He's had a constant stream of calls this week with postponements and cancellations, and it can be worrying. And I said to him, Adrian, one thing he's always mentioned to me is about, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, Adrian, if you're watching, I hope you don't mind. He said he wants to teach the world how to use better videography on their iPhone. And he's so good at it. And I said, start that Facebook group where you can teach people how to do it. And he's never had time to do it. So he's going to, maybe, I don't know, we're going to have more conversations. Maybe he's going to start on that. And then maybe down the line, he'll create a course or a membership for that really engaged Facebook group. So, and he felt really excited all of a sudden. So who knows, if you reframe it, how this in the long run could be really good for your business. And I think we need to think that if it happens now, if this corona thing's happening now, something like this could happen again, whether it's corona or something else, and we've got to safeguard our businesses. We need to use this as a lesson that we can learn from, because you need to see where your business is vulnerable and you need to use it as a lesson moving forward. Really, really important stuff. Also remember that everything is temporary. This will pass, okay? It's horrible now. It's horrible for everyone. but it will pass. It's a blip and it will pass. So don't forget to zoom out and remember that, and you think, how can I use this time productively for my business? Because when you're a small business, you're just kind of keeping going, and you never have a moment to step back and think, well, let's look at the back ends of my business. Let's look at the admin processes. Let's look at the content creation. Let's look at other ways to diversify the income of the business. So think of it as a really great opportunity to rethink some things. Adrian, I don't mind at all. Thank you. Love Adrian. Elegante by Michelle. Yes, I got very down, glued to the news and not at all productive. My husband pulled me around and I have a plan for next week. Well, Michelle, you know I'm here for you, okay? We are going to be doing, for Smashing the Glass vendors, we're going to be doing a live Zoom video call next week where I'm going to be talking to each of you one-to-one about a plan for your business. And we're going to get sorted, get excited, and get creating, okay? Also, Elegante, I keep calling you. Michelle, think about your content creation. What kind of content can you create? You've got time to create not just stuff that you're just going to put out there this week, but like have a bit of a strategy for the next few months about your content and get excited about it. Maybe you want to start doing some interesting video content or whatever it is, or a little workshop or a little challenge or whatever it is, okay? Laura, I've started working online too and running a business of weddings course at the moment. Exactly, you've been given the gift of time to look at that business a bit closer. So it really is important to safeguard our businesses, because like I say, this is maybe showing where your business is vulnerable, so let's use it as a lesson moving forward. This is also a great time to think about what we're grateful for in our lives. You know, let's cherish family, let's be grateful for things, let's remind ourselves of what we're grateful for today. What are we actually grateful for, okay? Because those are very simple things, and I dare say we all have them, and let's focus on that as well. And daily gratitude is really, really important right now, not to lose focus of things like that. That's basically in a nutshell what I wanted to say today on this Facebook Live. Use this time to prep your business in terms of your contracts and your existing clients and postponing and cancellations and all that. I'm sure you're doing what you can to save a lot of those contracts and being flexible as much as you can to move dates if need be and work with your couples. But of course, you may lose some business. The next few months may look a little bleak and empty, but you're going to use this time to grow your business. And if you're a Smashing the Glass recommended vendor, I'm here to help you. You know that I am going to be hand holding you by your side. We are going to be awesome businesses, maybe with a little bit of an online element as well to diversify. If you are a Smashing the Glass recommended vendor, throw me your ideas in the private Facebook group about what element of your business you think you could take online. Or maybe you've always wanted to write a book to showcase, you know, to be the expert in your field. When we write a book in our name and it's out there, it's basically telling the world I'm an expert on this topic. And TV people inviting you, radio inviting you. So maybe use this time to do that. What is it that you think could grow your business in the long run that you've never had time for? This is a good time. And I'm going to be helping all my Smashing the Glass recommended vendors with these ideas. If you are interested in being a recommended vendor, you can apply to be so one. Just email me, karen@smashingtheglass.com. Any other comments? Laura, I've started working online too. Yeah, I read that comment. Any other comments that I've missed? So yeah, just wanted to put it all out there to reframe, to take back control, to think about that your business may be vulnerable in some aspects, and that's okay, and you're going to learn the lesson, and you're going to make sure that if such a situation happens again, you're safeguarded. There's elements to your business that safeguard you from this. You're not going to put all your eggs in one basket. You're not going to, what should I say, have huge overheads as well. This is a great time to think about your overheads and how they're looking, so that you can be lean and pivot and think about the other idea that you've always had but never had time to do and all that stuff. So let's get excited about stuff in the Facebook group. I know these are worrying times for a lot of you, but we will get through it. This is temporary, and you'll get through it the other side bigger, better, and with a whole new maybe element to your business. So that's it from me. I'm going to jump into the private Facebook group, Quickly Smashing the Glass Vendors, and continue the conversation. Bye everyone.